I had to know when the bus left, what time I had to be at the bus, what I had to do to get to the bus, you know. If I missed the first bus, how would
What
I
were
get
my
here?
options?
Yeah. And I think you taught me plan A, plan B, plan C, you know, and
Yeah.
to like have them all, you know, in case I lost one, I could fall back on another one. And that really helped me get out of the house, because I used to get lost when I would leave the house, you know, and I remember it wasn't until I did.
I think after you injure your brain, there's often a kind of what I call fuzzy-mindedness that develops. There's a tendency to be a little more spacey or less focused.
I know that well.
A lot of the time, what people think of as a memory problem is related very much to their lack of focus and their distractibility. So we do a lot of work with that.
Cognitive rehabilitation teaches survivors different ways to negotiate the world around them. Simple everyday things taken for granted before an injury can become impossibly complicated when you can't remember things, are unable to concentrate, or your understanding of the world no longer operates as it had before your injury. In programs like this one, survivors retrain their thinking. They identify areas where they have difficulties and learn strategies to work around them. For me, cognitive rehab was a cornerstone in being able to get back into my life after my injury. I'm always amazed when I hear of a survivor who hasn't yet had this kind of rehab. Truth is, classes like Becky's can make the difference between a survivor sinking or swimming.
We have to find the way out.
This is the first day I'll introduce this assignment called Get Me Out of Here. And you'll see it's a pretty complex program where they have to read maps, follow directions, write down very precise steps involved in accomplishing a task that's complex. And it's a good kind of simulation of the complexity of the real world, where you have a lot of things you have to keep together and keep organized and not drop critical pieces.
We had to think what is oh, now I can't remember.
Right. This is an exercise itself, it sounds like.
Yeah.
My fascination's always been, how do we know? How do we understand? And with an acquired injury, there's the history or the knowledge that I used to know this, or I used to understand this, and so we can be Sherlock Holmes and try and figure out what pieces are missing that you used to have, and see if we can kind of parse it back together again. But if you've never been able to perform this cognitive skill, it's a whole different kind of ballgame.
Is it more difficult, maybe, or is it not necessarily?
I'll say from this perspective, the acquired injury is harder because there's the sense of loss.
Yeah.